Hello there. Once again, we are grateful that you chose to join us for the Dear Parent Show. Man, this show is amazing to me, for starters, even before I start asking about you. But I just want to appreciate everyone that has been part and parcel of this. Thank you so much for always watching and sharing this with your friends and your circles. And for the comments, man, where? Hapo kwa comment section. Thank you so very much. Sometimes I go through them and I'm just encouraged that I'm glad we are doing this. So thank you. And if you are watching this for the very first time, welcome to the gang, to the team. And one thing I would request of you, if you have not subscribed, tafadhali, do the needful, subscribe na Shami Wangara channel, and remember to hit the notification bell so that you are updated. Usikaange ni kama unangoja watu wameshare. No, just be the one that is always on top of the things and the game. And also, if you have not watched the previous episode, there are so many that have gone before you. Please go back and watch, because one thing I'll tell you for free, every episode has a different experience for me and for you, and different lessons, because we are hosting different kinds of people. And we have always said this, we are here for one main agenda. We are learning, we are relearning some stuff, and we are just going about this journey because it's a journey that we have chosen to embrace, and it's a beautiful journey, by the way. So to every parent watching, keep parenting. To every young person, tafadhali tusaidie hii parenting isikuwe ngumu sana, mtusaidie na nyinyi. And to everyone that works around the young people, thank you so much, and let's enjoy the show together as we journey together. My name is Nashami, and I am honored this amazing day to be joined by an amazing lady, someone that I have watched her do parenting, and it's just an honor that she chose to be part of us today. So we're going to get to know her even as we begin these conversations. Sitakwambia don't touch that dial, but I'll tell you don't usi minimize screen na usi mute volume. I mean, hii naisikiza paka mwisho mtu wangu, just be there. So I have an amazing girl here, and she's beautiful. Tuanzie hapo.
Thank you.
Nimekuchocha because you are beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Karibu sana, mami. Please let us know you. We just want to know who you are and what you do and anything beautiful that you want to tell us about just who you are. Tunataka kukujua inside, outside, as much as you will allow us.
Inside, outside. Is that even allowed?
My friend, leave me alone. Yes.
Hello, viewers. My name is Celine Njoki. I am, first of all, I'm born again. I am a wife. I am a mother of 3. My firstborn is 22. My secondborn is 20. And my thirdborn is 14. And I work with formerly incarcerated women, children of formerly incarcerated women, and incarcerated women. Yes. And children in our judicial system. Yes.
Ebu explain for us that incarcerated, because kuna wengine imetupita.
Incarcerated means women who are in prison at some point, and women who are in prison now. They are children of the children of the women who are incarcerated, and the children of women who are incarcerated now, and children who are in remand centers, and juvenile centers. Yeah.
Amazing. That's something that is special, man. Because we are used to parents outside here, you know.
Yeah.
And these are parents in a system and
Yes.
in and out of the system.
Yes.
Amazing. That is good to know. And thank you for that, for what you do. That's a really, really commendable job you do.
Thank you.
And how did you get to do this? Is it something you studied? Is it something you're passionate about?
Let's say it's a lived experience, first of all. It's a lived experience. At some point, I was incarcerated myself. Yeah. Yeah.
So it's something that is lived, and it's this you're passionate about it because being there, gone through it.
Yes. Yes.
You know, something I've always said, life experiences, when, for me, my take has been any life experience, if it is aligned with God, it serves a bigger purpose.
Yeah.
And you look back and you're like, I'm glad I went through that because right now I'm doing this.
So true.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Now, we want to get to know Celine in two facets. Number one, tell me about Celine, the little girl. Anything that, no, before you tell me that, tell me about your family, like your nuclear family, your parents, your siblings, if you have siblings. Oh, you're an only child.
No, I'm not an only child. Though I'm an only girl.
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
Yes. Yes. My family. That phase of a nuclear family, I didn't know about it until the one I've created.
Okay.
The one I created is now the nuclear family. Because my mom separated with my dad when I was very young. At a very tender age, I was 4 years. And mom left. She never came back. And then when I was 7 years, my dad passed on. So I was left with relatives, my grandparents, my uncles, my aunties. Yeah, and all the people, you know, in those times, there used to be those our uncles' brothers, other brothers that were not born in that home, and other sisters. Yeah, so basically that is how I grew up.
Okay.
Yeah.
And when you're talking about now that mom left at such a tender age, and then dad passes on when you're around 7, and then you've been raised by different people, the relatives. Tell me about Celine then when she was becoming a teenager. Who are you staying at that point, by the way? Around 13?
Around 13. I was basically staying with 13. I was staying with my grandparents. Yeah, but I was in a homestead where my uncles were, my aunties were. So it was a whole homestead where there was everyone, my cousins. Yeah, but I was the first child in that home, the first grandchild in that home. Yes.
So tell me about you now as a teenager. Any highlights, a challenge, a memory, anything, just anything that you want to share about you as a teenager.
Sometimes I shield my brain from remembering when I was a teenager. But since it's something that I've healed from, I can say that Celine was a teenager that was traumatized and didn't know that was going through a lot of issues, at that point. And I was not a child. Like, you know, things happen and you're made to be an adult, yet you're a child. Yeah.
Yes.
So at that point, I was going through that. And there's a lot of abuses in that home. Yeah.
Sure. Okay. Okay. Now, you said you have 3 kids at 22, 20, and 14. 14-year-old.
Yes.
Now that we're transitioning, you are, like you've said, your teenage years were really traumatizing, and you never had literally a present mother, and dad went away early, and then you're raised in this community with all these relatives, and then flip forward, you are a mother.
Yes.
So tell me about Celine as a mother to these 3 amazing humans.
Well, Celine as a mother is having a child at 16, at 18, and at 23.
Bas. Tell me about teenage motherhood, my God.
Oh my goodness. I keep telling people it's the worst place a teenager can find themselves in. Because first of all, you're growing. Your brain is not able to handle motherhood.
Yeah. True.
And second of all, you're supposed to be in school, actually. You're supposed to be learning biology, physics, maths, and not changing diapers. And you don't know, basically, you don't know how to bring up a child. And for my case, I was not mothered. I was not nurtured.
Yes, you are not. Yeah.
So I'm having a child how am I going to nurture this child? How am I going to
You
bring
have
up
no
this child?
template.
I have no template at all, at all, at all. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. But now, moving forward, even now we on the parenting journey, many years later, because I'm imagining they were your first years. The first years are definitely crazy, but now the kids have grown. So tell me about, especially your first two boys.
Yes.
Tell me about your boys as teenagers. How has been your relationship with them been?
It's funny that I have a very good relationship with my boys, and I don't know where I learned that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But at some point I said that I asked God to let me heal, to help me heal, so that I can be able to parent these children. Because I didn't want to bring up my children the same way I was brought up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because for me, when I was growing up, I was like being brought up. I knew being brought up, ama kuambiwa kitu, is being beaten, shouted at, yani kuchapa all the time. And I didn't want that for my children.
Yeah. Yeah.
In the first few years of their growth, I used to do the same thing. But I reached a point I said, no, I'll put this rod down, even if the Bible says so. Nimewachapa enough. And then
you fulfilled scripture already.
I'll start now having conversation. And at some point also I had to even apologize to them because of maybe the times I have been harsh. I didn't know how to bring up children.
You didn't.
It was the only way I knew how. But then when God gives you wisdom, things change for you because I think now I'm a very calm person. I used to be chapa all the time. But now I'm a very calm person. Yeah.
So your youngest has, quote unquote, experienced a more calm mother.
Actually, my youngest, ajui kuchapwa.
Oh.
Yeah. That girl, ajui kuchapwa. Maybe once or twice, but not like the boys. Actually, I hear the boys telling them, we ulipata mama yako amezeeka.
Hiyo ya kuzeeka ni gani hizo sasa? We are very young. Yeah, I know that statement.
Yeah, so that is basically how I raised my children.
Let me, because you have mentioned something important about the place of parents having our own wounds that we have not healed from, and it affects our parenting. And there was a kid who actually once asked the mother, I don't know what was the confrontation. Aliangalia mamake akamwambia, "Mom, who hurt you? You're you're toxic, mom. You're in pain."
Yeah.
And the mother, of course, aliongeza makofi juu yake. Toka hapa, you know. And that girl, actually she was talking to me. She told me, please pray for my mother. My mother has very many wounds. And that is a fact, because if we don't heal, that's how we're going to parent. We'll bleed on our children, literally. Sure. So I just want you to maybe talk to parents as adults on the place of just dealing with all these traumas, because, man, we are doing terribly at parenting if that's how we are.
First of all, traumas cannot be hidden for long. You'll always project them on others, and especially your children or your spouses, because you're living with those people.
Yeah.
So when they come up, you'll keep projecting them. Like, I've told you how I was brought up.
Yeah.
Kuchapwa and all that. At some point, I was sexually abused. And I knew that I needed to heal.
Yeah.
So that I can be able to bring up my children in a way that they will not project. I needed to cut the cycle of that pain, of that rejection also, because I was also rejected. And it took me now to heal. And it took a very long time because there was a lot of healing, there was a lot of accepting, there was a lot of denial also. Yes, it happened to me. Why do you want me to heal? Yet that person did this to me.
Yeah.
Why do you want me to let it go? Yet that person will continue with their lives.
Yeah.
A lot of denial, a lot of acceptance, patience in my journey, knowing that I'm taking this step forward. Tomorrow I'll take another
few
step
behind.
behind, but then I'll continue going for the sake of my generation and for the people I love and for the sake of those God will bring my way. Yeah, so I no longer bleed on people, but sometimes it happens. Sometimes it happens. You know, healing is also a journey. But when it happens, it's subtle.
Yeah.
And then you ask the Holy Spirit for help. And He's always there.
True,
a present help.
True.
Yes.
So you would advocate, mzazi tafadhali,
pona.
Jishughulikie,
Jishughulikie. And then also, you lived your life. Mbona unataka mtoto afanye course? Wewe, you wanted to be a doctor. Sasa unataka mtoto akuwe daktari because wewe haukuwa na daktari kwa nyumba. No, those are, wewe ulilive your life, let your child live their life. Because maybe God wanted that child to be something else. And then wewe unapeleka mtoto akakuwe daktari and that is not their path. That is not their path. So let your children live their lives. You have lived your life and you continue to live your life. By the way, it's never too late to be a doctor kama unataka kuwa daktari. Hata ukitaka kuwa daktari at 50, wewe enda tu usome, acha na mtoto anataka.
Na kama mathematics ilikulemea, acha kusumbua watu.
Acha kusumbua.
Some young person should hear this and say, hapo sana. Because I see that, you know, like, we hakuna. Then sometimes parents are liars. Unajua mimi nilisoma sana. Mzazi, tukirudi shuleni, is it confirmed? Tulisoma sana. Unajua sisi tulikuwa serious na masomo.
It's a lie, by the way.
We should go back to the schools and reconfirm.
And also children are different in a way. Like I have 3 children. My firstborn is a genius. Ni wale wa kitabu. Hata ukimuuliza hesabu he'll not even go back to a calculator or nini. Atakuangalia tu na akwambia x plus what. Mimi,
I know.
When it comes to najua tu za pesa.
The value of x hatujaipata mpaka wale.
Najua tu za pesa. Then my second born ni wale wa hands-on. Hizi vitu za hands-on. Huyu hata ukimuuliza mambo za shule atakuangalia tu blankly. And then now my third born, now pia yeye ni amebalance. So just let your children, just guide them and then let them be what God called them to be. Yeah.
Amazing way, because man, me the way wazazi tunafanya stuff kwinje saa zingine, we push these people away.
Yeah.
Now, I want us to briefly go through a letter here, and we will learn a few things from it. And we have always said, viewers, this is our manual for this particular show. We use Dear Parent to guide us because, man, these are letters from our children to us. And so we just use that as a guide. So, wacha tuchambue moja, alafu tuone vile kutaenda. Can we do this, Mami?
Yes.
All right. This is a student, a young person writing to her parents, his parents, and she says, I always longed and looked forward to a space where I can truly tell you what's on my mind. I'm glad I finally got the space to speak my mind. You know, Celine, there's been an episode, I think twice or thrice, where we have, at the end of a show, we have come to a conclusion that with such a show, we don't want a second edition of this book. For one thing, we want to shift from writing letters anonymously. We want to get to a place of just having conversations. Because this is a child who has a longing to speak, but she's like, this is finally my space. And parents, we are the ones supposed to create this atmosphere.
Yeah.
How is your relationship with your kids ya kupiga story?
Story nayo tunapiganga. To girlfriend najua.
Sorry, ma'am. Sikuja na upole. Mnakinisha syllabus bwana.
Actually, to girlfriends natumiangwa kwa WhatsApp. Huyu anakaaje?
You guys are doing well. Kama mnafanya hizo conversations, this is a good one.
Yes.
The other day, I actually asked the teens that I do Bible study with, royalty family. So I asked them, we were just discussing something and I was like, guys, so how many amongst you, if you have a crush on some guy, you'll go and tell your mom, Nebua, where? Which one? And I was like, ngoja. I thought it was our times when it was hard. Kwani sisi millennial parents tunalala class. So thank you for helping us see that it is working.
Yeah, and it's because of the way we were brought up, first of all.
Yes.
So, atujahil kwa zile vitu tulilelewa na kujua this is another generation that wants to very expressive, by the way. They're very expressive. True. There's a day I told my daughter to tie my shoelaces, and she told me, Mom, must you shout? I'll not tie your laces until you stop shouting. Speak to me slowly. Yeah. This is a very expressive generation.
Yeah.
And you know, in my generation, we wouldn't have said that. And this is a cycle every parent needs to cut. Because how else will you know about your child? Utajua aje? And also, when they do things, stop like kuwachapa or shout at them. Come slowly, be patient with them. Mbembeleze, hawa ni wa kubembelezwa by the way.
Right?
Hawa ni wa kubembelezwa. Because these ones are the ones that are saying, I'm going to commit suicide, and they will commit.
Yeah.
Hawana jokes. It's not like us where we used to say,
ndio utuone huruma,
unaletewa rope,
unaambiwa
unaenda ukajinyonge. These ones, you bring a rope and they will go and commit suicide.
Oh, they will.
Yeah. So, and also pressure, yeah. Social media, there's a lot. There's a lot. Yeah.
So we need to at least give them that space.
Give them that space. Yeah.
Okay. I appreciate all the efforts you have put in to ensure that I have the best life, and I will admit my siblings and I have never lacked anything. Sadly, I do not have a bond with either of you. You are so engrossed in your careers to even notice. Mom, I do not just need you to provide for my needs, but I crave for love and care from you. I long for a friend in you, the one person I can talk to about anything and everything. Dad, I wish you were an inspiration to me, the one person I can look up to, and one that can mentor me in different phases of life. But you're so distant and never available, even for a simple conversation. Celine, I know tunatafuta shilingi. We are working out just to ensure these kids have a good life, secure future for them. And I mean, there is so much that needs us, like, to be hands-on. But how busy can we be to delegate this responsibility? Kwa sababu Waswahili husema asiyefunzwa na mamaye hufunzwa na ulimwengu. But siku hizi tunasema asiyefunzwa na mamaye atafunzwa na social media, internet and everything, because there are enough teachers, by the way.
Exactly.
So how do we find this balance?
I don't know, maybe it's me. But when I was bringing up my children, at some point I was going through issues, a lot of issues. I didn't have money. But then I had opportunities to relocate and leave my children behind. And I said no. Simply because I do not want the same things that happened to me, because they crave for attention, they crave for love, and then they go to look for love in the wrong places. Yet you are you are providing. You're giving them everything, but they'll go. The reason I got pregnant when I was 16 is because I went to look for love in the wrong places.
The wrong place, yes.
Yeah, because I'm not loved at home. I'm not given what. Because at that point, children, all they crave for is love.
Yeah.
By the way, if you ask children of mothers who are abroad, they will tell you, ndio ninatumiwa pesa, and I have everything, nice shoes, nice clothes, but where is my mom?
Where is mom? Yeah.
Where is my dad? I need them now more than I'll need them when I'm an adult.
Yeah. Sure, parenting.
Yeah.
That balance, we better get it.
We better get it.
Because tusipo, watapata kwingine.
Unakuta mzazi alienda mtoto akiwa 3 years. And then the next time anapatana na mtoto wako 19 years. Do you know that child? You do not know your child.
You don't know him.
You do not. I have several cases of people who left their children, but sahi, they can't live with their children because their children don't know them.
They don't.
I met my mom. Let me give you this case.
Sure.
I met my mom like 4 or 5 years ago. Is when I met my mom for the first time. But I can tell you there is no bond between me and her. First of all, she doesn't know me. She doesn't know me at all. She left me when I was 4 years and went. So I can't even sit with her because she knows nothing, literally nothing about me. So I can't sit with her and start saying, unajua hata ile kuongea na mama yako mnaongeanga, by the way unakumbuka ule mama wa pale, by the way unakumbuka. Hatuna content, by the way, hatuna. Sure. So it's very important for parents. I know we are looking for money and we want the best for our children. But please try to balance. These children need you. And when you're not there, watatafuta love too. By the way, watatafuta.
Because we all need that.
Yeah.
We all need love.
In the wrong things, they will look for love in drugs.
Yeah.
Because they want to belong.
Yeah.
They want to belong. Wataenda kwa pombe, wataenda kufanya vitu hata ujiulize
Some
wewe
of
pia
them will get
mwenyewe.
themselves into homosexuality.
Exactly.
Because they are longing for a mother's love and they go to another woman.
Exactly.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
So, if you're keen enough, you would notice how I cried always each night after my brother sexually harassed me. You could have been the ones to tell me I am loved and I belong when other girls in the neighborhood pushed me aside, telling me that I don't belong. You would have been my solace every time I came from school, and I'll tell you of how I'm being bullied in school because of my physique. The whole pressure of my academics and the pressure of being the perfect daughter. I have had to deal with the affection and attention I see you giving kids that are not yours, yet I have to pull a brave face and not show how jealous I was. Oh God. So, someone, let's say you are a counselor, I'm a counselor. We work around young people. And so I am 100% given to these people I am mentoring. Then I am not giving a dot of attention to my own flesh and blood. I know Waswahili tena wanasema, mimi ni Mswahili usinijali. Waswahili wanasema mganga hajigangi. So we are making that methali to be real. Because we are giving all the attention outside and we are so ignorant and aloof of what's happening in our own children's life.
Yes.
Because what is the word? How can I'm portraying perfection out there, yet it is not present in here. Because mtoto anasema she has been sexually harassed. The parents have no idea. Yeah. She's being bullied in school. They have no idea. She's being pushed aside by her girls. Her physique is an issue. And sometimes iyo place ya physique kwanza. Yeah. Please talk to these parents. When mzazi ongelesha wazazi. Unajua Celine, mtoi akikuwa, let's say, she's very big, huge, right? Yeye mwenyewe personally inamuaffect.
Low self-esteem.
Yes. Sasa wewe mzazi unaanza kuipoint tena. Yeah. Ama sasa zingine hata una overlook.
Enda uka lose weight.
Unaambia mtoto akitenda.
Enda uka lose weight. Like I never used to smile, by the way. Nimeanza kusmile nikiwa mkubwa hivyo.
Mwenye smile yako iko contagious.
Simply because niliambiwa meno yangu ni kubwa sana. And inakaa mahindi. So always I was like, And actually if ukinipata nikiwa kama niko in a place unconscious, utanifanya hivyo. Simply because I was told those things. So they put me in a very bad place. And I knew I had to do things to get things.
Yeah.
Like I was very good in English in school. So I knew my compositions had to be perfect. Do at least, even home, at least I'm good in something.
Something, yes. And
also, I was sexually assaulted by my dad's cousins, and nobody noticed, nobody knew about it. And they would blackmail me and tell me, if you say, because they were older than me, because I was 7, 8 years, they were 20, 21, 22. And nobody noticed. And sometimes I'm like, at least those were not my parents, but as a parent, how are you in the same house with your child and you don't know this child is going through something?
Yeah.
Like, uoni mtoto amechange, like mtoto amekuwa sexually harassed by someone, but you cannot notice. It seems you're so, wewe hata wewe hauko in touch with yourself. Like ulileta watoto, you just want them to grow up, okay? And it's happening.
Yeah.
Children are being sexually molested. True. By even their fathers.
Yeah. Yes.
And the mothers are doing nothing. The parents who are supposed to protect those children are not there for those children.
Yeah.
And what do you expect that child to do?
That's it.
Because when mtoto, you're supposed to protect that child.
Yes.
What do you think that child will do? Ata grow up na bitterness.
Yes.
I grew up with a lot of bitterness. Ata grow up with a lot of bitterness in her, in them. Ata grow up and at some point ata kurudishia tu atakwambia ni wewe ulifanya.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ni wewe ulifanya. My life is going this way because you did this.
Yeah. Sure. Hey, parenting. Well, Lord help us. Lord help us. Anyway, there's I think I would go to the last one. No, the second last one. Dad, I appreciate the encouragement you give me, but it will be better if you helped me on what I need to do better. All you tell me is you can improve. And truth be told, that is such a blanket answer. Because if I am not told what to do, how will I get better? I'm at a stage where I really need your advice and guidance. I need your affirmation many times, especially when I'm always looked down upon because of my physique. A father's affirmation is all I need to be confident. Yani msichana kona answers. I wish you can give me audience to speak different things even as I keep growing. This distant relationship we have is not working in my favor, and I wish you just came near. I wish we have a true relationship. That is my only concern, and I wish it was granted. Yani mzazi, this child is literally giving you solutions. Like, I just want a father's affirmation. You know, I want you to, this will be towards our tail end, but I just want you to tell me something about your husband and his role in the kids, and how it is it something you look and say, this is working? I love that, because I know I get to host fathers and they speak their minds, but I want to hear from a mother about a father that lives in her house. Ndio wasijigonge vifua na kumbe sivyo.
Na kumbe si hivyo.
Bana, yes. From a witness in the house. Yes.
What I can tell you is that first of all, I have seen my daughter improve since I got married.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
And there's a letter. I don't know if you saw that letter.
Yes.
And she said that thank you for guiding me to be the person I am today. Because there's a role a woman you cannot take.
Yeah.
There's a place you cannot be in your child's life. And mimi nikilea watoto wangu as a single parent, I was doing okay. I was thinking I'm doing okay.
Yeah.
But when he came into my life, I realized there was a gap. Because first of all, my daughter didn't know how to even cook. Mimi by the spendi kupika. Sorry to say that.
It is okay. Wife material, asante sana.
And he loves cooking. So he would go to the kitchen and ask Kimberly to follow him. So they would wanapika. And Kimberly, with time, I've realized Kimberly has become independent. Anafanya vitu. Her bedroom is well arranged. Because anaulizwa, is this your bedroom? Inakaa hivyo. This is not how a girl's bedroom is supposed to be. And then she would make her bed in the morning. She would do things that she never did when I was with her.
Yeah.
About my boys, I have seen now, they have realized now there is a father figure in that house.
Yeah.
So, with some things, they have to ask him. Before they ask me, they ask him. And I have seen they have also changed. Kuna ile, hey, hii hatuwezi fanya. Hii hatuwezi fanya. My firstborn is not in the country.
Yeah.
And sometimes I even listen to them talking. Hata sijui ni nani anaongea na yeye. Later ndiye ataniambia it's him they were talking with. So there's a place for a father figure.
Yes.
Hata kama si bwana yako, tafuta mtu. If you're a single parent, tafuta mtu to mentor your children.
Yes.
Because I know how that craving, because I used to have uncles, but considering how they were bringing up their children, it was very different from me.
Yeah.
And I remember one day, my cousin, I went to see her in hospital and she had just had a child. And we were having a conversation and she was telling me dad hajai nichapa. My dad has never touched me. And I remembered how her dad, my dad's brother, alikuwa nichapa mangumi. And that damaged me. You see, I'm an adult, but that many damaged. Because those were people who were supposed to affirm me, to bring me up. I was their brother's child. And they're the ones who brought me up. And you would see at a certain age, kuna wale cousins wenye tulikuwa age mates. At age ya kuletewa doli, wanaletewa. Mimi sina. age ya kubaiwa uniform, mi naenda na paper bag shule. You see, that damaged me.
Yeah.
And I realized this is not how I want to bring up my children.
Yeah.
And it's funny because, like my second born son, he's very naughty, mischievous. Na shule akienda alikuwa anafukuzwa. Ameenda tu term 2 na amefukuzwa. Na nimelipa school fees yote. And then I will go to the teacher na teacher aniongelesha vibaya. That jioni nitaenda na huyo mtoto. Na nimtafutie shule ingine. Because first of all, I have to listen to my child. Why are you doing this? There must be a problem. At some point, mwalimu akaniambia, mpeleke akafanywe drug test. Na nikampeleka. And there was nothing in him. It's just that hasikizani na walimu because him anataka atembee na watu wakubwa kumliko. Yani you see, but mwalimu hataki yeye atembee na watu wakubwa kumliko. So first of all, I listen to before I listen to the teacher, sitakwambia sita listen to walimu, but I'll listen to you first. And alafu tena niende niongee na mwalimu. If there's something we can't solve, well and good. Wacha shule ni mingi, wacha tubadilishe tu. Yeah.
Nice one. But I'm just glad that you brought up when you're talking about the idea of single mothers ensuring they find a father figure for their children, because it's important. Sometimes, they need that.
They need
and
that.
So if there is no man in terms of a husband, at least you have someone that your kids are looking up to, that can mentor them and all
It's
that.
true.
Amazing. Now, I want us to bring this to a close, but I would want you, if you have some parting shots to a young person or to a fellow parent that you want just to share with them before we finish.
To a young... To a young?
A young person.
A young person.
Kuwa 10, anaweza kuwa 23.
To a young person.
Yes.
You will not be young forever. So, the decisions you make now will affect your later life. If you want to go to look for love because you cannot find it in your home, wendo itafute kwa vijana, utapata watoto kama mimi. Aki struggle.
Bas.
I struggled.
Bas.
Yeah.
Bas.
And you'll not be young forever. Yeah, just look for help. There are people who will help you. Look for us. There are people like us who are ready to,
now.
to help you. And to a fellow parent, for the sake of your generation, heal. Heal your traumas for the sake of your children. Hatutaki tuanze streets zimejaa watoto na wako na makwao just because hawawezi ishi na watoto. To the fathers, please, endeni mtafute watoto wenyu. They need you. Even if your relationship iliisha and your child is there and the mother will allow you to parent that child, please go look for your child. They need mentorship. Tunaendanga huko nje. Imagine, like for me, say work with incarcerated women. You find a woman is in prison and the father is there. The father has remarried and the children are loitering out there. Hawana hope. They can't go to the father. And the woman is in prison. Please, mentor your children. Hawatakuwa young for the rest of their lives. They won't be young for the rest of their lives. Yeah.
Thank you, man. Where? Thank you so much, sis. Thank you for coming on board and just candidly sharing from your heart on this amazing journey. And you're doing an amazing job. I celebrate you as a parent.
Thank you.
Those kids are blessed to call you mama. And those grandchildren that will come to call you granny. Of course, tunajua kama grandmother tunaspoilingi wajukuu, and it is allowed, it is acceptable, because we have mentored their fathers.
Exactly.
Let us spoil them.
Exactly.
You know?
Yeah.
But thank you so much. I really
welcome.
appreciate it. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for joining us today. I pray that you have learned something, you have picked something, and you've been challenged, you've been encouraged, you've been charged. Naka tumeguza ile nut, we are glad we did, because that's why we were doing this. But thank you once again. We're definitely going to see you in the next episode, and as we continue in this, remember, parenting is a journey, and it is a beautiful journey. Embrace it, enjoy it, and may you see the fruits of your parenting journey. Shalom, and the Lord bless you. Bye from us.
Bye.